We are taking a look at the top free agents this offseason in the NFL. Next on the list, we have Khalil Mack, who is once again a free agent after 3 years in LA with the Chargers. AQ, break down Mack, his impact on defense, and what makes him so tough to defend.
Yeah, first of all, he's super long. His arms are down to his ankles, basically. So when you see that and you walk up as an offensive lineman, you're like, all right, sounds good. This is going to be great. I'm not going to be able to get my hands on this guy all day today. Then he comes with that long arm, which even makes it even longer. That's his go-to move, right? He bends super well. He's low to the ground already. So he's a 6'1" guy going against 6'8" tackle. And what do we say, Justin? Low man?
Wins.
He long arms you. He's able to press the pocket. Super athletic, super freakish. He's not the same athlete he once was. There's no question about that. But again, as an O lineman, as a D lineman, you're able to transform into a different player later in your career because you understand what you're still good at, what you're still capable of. He certainly is a damn good football player still and able to turn the corner, press you, press that inside pack, and still get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at it, these top edge rushers are a dime a dozen. It's almost like quarterbacks. They do not grow on trees. You have to go get them. But if you look at Mack, I think he's also assessing the teams as much as they're assessing him. He probably wants to go to Contender. Do you expect him to go to a Super Bowl caliber team, Colt, or would he chase the money and just go whoever the highest bidder is?
A veteran guy like that's always going to want to go chase a ring, no doubt. And the other thing that he has is like he can play in a 4-3 and a 3-4, right? He's done that in his career. He's versatile. His injuries are, kind of stacking up, but at the same time, yes, there's a place for him. If you ask me, I think there's a place for him in Detroit. I don't know if the Chargers will let him walk, but like pair him with an Aiden Hutchinson, being a veteran guy on that defense and on that team, knowing that they're a game away from going to the Super Bowl, the last couple years. I think that makes a whole lot of sense. And I think that would be a pretty stout front. But at the end of the day, his time in the Chargers might not be up. He's still Khalil Mack to me. And I know that, when you're an offensive lineman, and I've sit in those rooms many, many years, like you still see the name on the back of his jersey and you see his production, you see what he's done. And like, you can't go to sleep on him. He can still, figure out ways to get to the quarterback. He's still a presence. I think that would just be something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely could go and have a situation maybe like a Von Miller has in Buffalo where he still has that second chance at it. Jay, Colt let us off. He said Chargers. And who do you think that Khalil Mack could end up with?
Do you guys ever heard of Toby Keith?
Yes.
I ain't as good as I once was.
R.I.P.
Wait, Toby Keith is dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, my God. That is devastating.
I ain't as good as I once was. And Khalil Mack is not as good as he once was. He's 34 years old, right? But however, the positive news for Khalil Mack is this. There's not a lot of great edge pressure rushers in the National Football League. There really isn't. He still can help a football team without a doubt. He'll still get some money. I look at the Washington Commanders. Dante Fowler Jr. had a great year, but he's a free agent. If they lose Dante Fowler, they can't afford him. Maybe they go out and get a Khalil Mack to secure the edge. They have the interior guys, but they desperately need a pass rusher in Washington. He will help a team without a doubt, but I don't think 2 years ago he had 17 sacks. Last year he had 6. I don't expect him to get double-digit sacks, but I think he can still be productive. He's solid against the run. He will provide pressure. He'll probably demand a chip every now and then as well from a tight end or a running back. He still has a little bit of juice, but I don't think you're going to get what you think you're going to get because his name's Khalil Mack. You're going to get a little bit weathered Khalil Mack.
It makes a ton of sense. It's a guy that, and look, Von Miller has dealt with the same thing, coming off injury as well. You see him and you play against him, you're like, oh, it's Von Miller. And then he hasn't had that initial get off that he once did that made him so dangerous. If you guys watched the Super Bowl the other night, you saw this guy, Josh Sweat, who probably made himself some money from that game, getting 2.5 sacks, doing his little sack celebration. I think he's probably on his way out of Philadelphia. He's going to go get top defensive end money. I think Khalil Mack is a name that could land in Philadelphia. They have Jalix Hunt, who came in as a young rookie. And almost like you said, AQ, where you have that 1A, 1B running back style that Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. I could see the Eagles employing someone like Mack. Bring him in on third down. Let him just rush the passer. Go hunt like the rest of these Eagles. So I think Philadelphia, especially with the talent they have around him, you pair him with Jalen Carter and you let those guys start moving around a bit. So I think Philadelphia could be a place for Khalil Mack. They did it with Sue. They did it with some other great players that were kind of aging in their career. AQ, anyone that we missed?
Listen, I think you can go and take a look at every contender. I think you look at a Baltimore Ravens. John Harbaugh is known for this, to bring in a Jason Pierre-Paul, go get a Kyle Van Noy, go get some of these older guys who are still damn good pass rushers. You pair them with a good defense and some other guys where they're not the sole focus, and now you're able to get good production out of guys later in their career. I think, Kansas City Chiefs could be another team, right? Like he's gonna want to go to a contender, right? And go to a place where he has an opportunity to win a ring. You guys know where Khalil Mack went to college?
Buffalo.
Oh,
there's another place I could see him going. So I just said probably your top 3 contenders on in the AFC, right? And so I think those are places that I think you could see definitely Khalil Mack going.
all right, well, that wraps it up for Khalil Mack, one of the best edge rushers in the game. But remember, we are at the top of our game here at Clean Pocket. Make sure you drop where you think Khalil Mack's going to end up. Is it going to be the Bills, like AQ said? Is it going to be the Philadelphia Eagles? Is he staying at home with the Chargers? Drop a like, drop a comment, all the good things, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
In football, every game means more during the playoffs, and you can start your own personal playoffs on Underdog, where you could cash in on touchdowns, interceptions, yards, or more. All you have to do is pick higher or lower, and you could take home up to 1,000 times your money if you get your picks right. It's that simple. Millions of fans have already won billions of dollars making picks. Sign up for Underdog today using promo code POCKET, capital POCKET, and you'll get a free pick as a part of your first cash entry plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Again, that's promo code POCKET.